Ball.
Yeah, and then a lot more fun if our guys in green come out with the W tonight. And you know, you've got to put everything together at this point in time in the season. Everything's got to be good. You know, you can't take any possessions off. Every little ball, loose ball counts. Everything that you practice for your whole, especially this year, is moving into tonight's game. So hopefully the guys can put it all together. We stem out and be ready to roll.
And now for tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting team,
getting ready to meet the starters for the Railers. And I think it would be pretty much a mystery if the Railers went away from their starters they've been using all year. Max Cook comes in as a starter. Max, a 6'2" senior. 6 foot senior rather, Joey Olden. 5'11" senior, Tyler Horsham. 6'6" junior, Gavin Block. And 6'3" senior, Edward Bowlby. Of course, the Railers are coached by Neil Alexander. Coach Al has been in these games before. There's really no surprise what he's probably telling them. You simply have to play the same game that's gotten you 31 wins this season.
No question. Keep to the game plan. Stick to the game plan of what the coaching staff has dialed up here tonight on, you know, I'm sure they've watched that game film from a couple of months ago on when Central came to Roy S. Anderson and figure out what we can do better to come out on top. That was a 55-52 loss. So hopefully we've got it ironed out. The guys understand what they got to do. And we talked about earlier, nerves. Get those out of the way and play your normal basketball game.
Champaign Central.
Going to make the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard here at Mattoon.
A 6-foot senior.
Will be 6-foot senior Isaiah Smith. Also 6-foot senior Cameron Rowan.
6-foot senior, number 14, Cameron.
The player that really hurt the Railers earlier and really took out Lanphier on Tuesday night. 6'1" senior Sean Suggs.
6'1" senior, number 24, Sean.
And he looks bigger than 6'1". He's well put together, a good size body, but they're all about that same size, you know, 6'1", 6'2", and you can just tell they're super quick and super athletic.
Dominic McBride, a 5'10" junior. And then also 6'4" junior Lucas Beasley. So the starters you'll hear for Central: Smith, Rowan, Suggs, Bryce, and Beasley. And we talk about coaches, Josh. Somebody on their bench knows all about this type of situation as well, and Wayne McLean.
Yeah, I've been here a few times also himself, and been at the college ranks also. So both coaches very experienced, both teams very experienced with a lot of upperclassmen. So two great ball teams getting ready to go at it.
Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Jim Examus Ford Lincoln. Believe it or not, spring just around the corner. Your opportunity to save thousands now on beautiful new and quality pre-owned vehicles just in time for spring. Call Lincoln Community High School Railer alumni Matthew Examus and Jason Rohr today at Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, 732-2111, or stop by the showroom located at 2301 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Folks, we are underway, getting ready for basketball indeed. It'll be Block and Beasley. The tap is going to be controlled by Central. They're moving right to left here, and they dribble it out of bounds. And quickly a turnover, and it looks like they were just trying to play a little too fast, Josh.
Yeah, you're right. 23 turnovers the Maroons had against Lanphier, so it's something that they will do if we can speed them up a little bit. But they've got to be able to take care of the ball.
Max Cook with the Railers' first possession. Student section, we already hear them in full voice across from us. Joey's picked up his dribble, hands over now to Gavin. Block working against Beasley. Central opens man-to-man. Horsham hands off to Gavin. Gavin curls around, kicks it out in the corner. Bowlby down in the corner to Max. Cook back on top to Olden. Over to Horsham. Railers swinging around the perimeter to the left side.
Yeah,
Gavin.
Very good defense. The Railers unable to find any openings right now.
Bowlby corner three. In and out. No good. Beasley the rebound for the Maroons.
Yeah,
Bowlby's three went in and out.
Yeah, another one for Bowlby. Just not able to get down.
Rowan into the front court. They get it to Bryce. Suggs back now to Smith. A jam-packed Mattoon High School here on a Friday night. Winner advances on to the Super Sectional.
Yeah, screens now. They screen on the outside for for a deep three, and they will set the screens against the zone, so something the Railers have got to be cautious of.
Bryce misses the three. Railers get the rebound. They get it out to Gavin, top of the key, pulls up, it's on the way, left it way short. Rebound comes down to Bryce for the Maroons. Into the front court is Rowan. He's double teamed, throws it over to Smith.
Suggs yet to touch the ball, and that's where he is, right at the free throw line, so an area we've got to cover up.
Rowan's three, banks it off the glass. That's no good. Rebound comes down. So we've played a minute and a half. Both teams have gotten a couple shots. We've had a turnover. You start getting a little of that sweat going, like you said, Josh, and now we'll see how things will go.
Yeah, get that rust out.
Gavin in the lane, contacted. He'll go to the line, I think, shooting two. As Gavin, it looks like right now, Josh, Gavin matched up with Beasley for Central. Gavin's got an advantage.
Oh, size advantage as far as height. He's got a weight advantage also. He's bigger and stronger. So good job by Coach of calling up the Gavin play there at the free throw line and let him go one-on-one.
Gavin's first free throw is no good. Gavin, a 78% free throw shooter, but Josh, they didn't get there much on Wednesday night, but the Railers struggled from the line, just 3 of 7, and they missed their first one here tonight. Yeah,
we've got to find something to get that 0 off the scoreboard, and there it is, the first free throw. The Railers cracked the scoring column.
6:05 to go, first quarter. Railers with the first point, 1-0. Beasley over to Bryce. Rowan. Joey sagged back at the free throw line against this.
Yeah, just a lot of standing around for Champaign Central. Not a lot of movement. They're trying to get the ball to Suggs, and I don't think he's yet to touch the basketball.
We see Cameron Rowan check over with Coach McLean to get the play. Dump it down to Beasley. Beasley tries to go against Gavin, and then traveling's going to be called. Nice job by the Railer defense. Gavin was behind him, but Bowlby came down and forced a double team, and I think that forced
You're right, almost like a double team, and really Champaign not doing a whole lot on offense right now. Coach McLean not happy with them. They're not moving. They're standing and waiting for somebody else to do something.
Gavin on the left wing. He's going to drive baseline, picks the dribble up. They get it to Bowlby, top of the key. Hand off to Olden. Back now to Max Cook. Max flips it down to Edward. Kicked it back out to Gavin in the corner. His three on the way.
Yeah, baby. And a big kick out there. We thought Bowlby was going to go up for that reverse layup like he does a lot. But two Maroons came to try and block his shot. He kicked it out to Gavin Block in the corner, and Gavin splish splash. 4 points, Gavin Block.
5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Railers with an early 4-0 advantage. As Josh said, all 4 of those points coming from the junior Gavin Block. Long three on the way. That's off the rim, no good. But there for the putback on the easy lay-in is Bryce.
Yeah, Railers lost track of the Maroons on the offensive rebound. That was an easy putback. No Railer there even to contest that one.
Well, we talked about the first game, Josh. That's where the Railers struggled, was rebounding, and right there you give them an easy 2. 4.5 to go. Railers up 4-2. Max's three a little long. Rebound comes down to Suggs for the Maroons.
Yeah, Max with the 3 from the corner, and not one single Railer underneath the hoop at all. Railers, I don't know, worried about trying to get back, but we can do some offensive rebounding.
Beasley tried to go baseline, but Bowlby stepped in to cut him off. Watch Suggs in the corner over here. There's Bryce in the lane with the left hand again, and there's Gavin Block with a big rebound for the Railers. Max Cook along the right side. Stops at the volleyball line, gets it to Gavin. Now back to Max. Coach Alexander calling out the play. Halfway through our first quarter, Lincoln on top 4-2. They tried to go back door, but Joey slipped and fell down. Ball tipped around. Max comes out with it. Back out to Joey. Now the Railers will reset.
Swing it.
Flip it back out to Bowlby. Bowlby on top to Joey. Joey curls back out to Gavin. Gavin kicks it over to Max. Back down to Gavin. Cross court to Horsham.
Stay hot, Tyler.
Bingo!
Baby. Yeah, they're finding Horsham, and he's the one that got two three-pointers in the first quarter on Wednesday night. Gavin, 2 guys went to double down on Gavin, and a great job of Gavin of finding an open shooter. It happened to be Horsham right on that wing where he hit 2 on Wednesday.
3:35 to go in the first quarter. Lincoln with a 7-2. Ball tipped around, almost stolen away, and if they would have, they'd have had an easy 2 to Gavin.
Yeah, Gavin had it, and Max tipped it away.
Jumper from the right side off the glass. That's no good. That's Smith. Rebound down to Block again. Gavin's really been a force on the boards here early, Josh.
Yeah, he's done a good job. He's got to stay around, and really the only 2 points the Maroons have are off an easy offensive rebound.
Max brings it to Joey in the corner. Underneath, Gavin off it, missed it. Gavin had an easy 2. They had the look they wanted. Here comes Suggs. He'll go up, contact with Bowlby. No, it won't go down, but Berth for the tip in is Smith.
Yeah, Gavin didn't go up strong. He tried to quick shoot it in order to not get the shot blocked, and he's got to go up strong and finish that. That was a wide open, easy layup.
2:50 to go in the first quarter. Lincoln on top, 7-4. And again, an offensive rebound turns into points immediately for the Maroons. Bowlby in the left corner, brings the dribble out to Max. 2.5 to go. Railers on top, 7-4 first quarter. Gavin goes strong, the little finger roll, left it short again.
Good move too by Gavin. He got right to the middle where you want to, just unable to get that shot to go down.
Smith down the lane, kicks it out to Bryce. His three is off no good, and there's Gavin again for a rebound.
Yeah, Bryce has had several attempts now at threes. He's taken 3 or 4 of them already and yet to really come close.
Gavin at the high post, kicks it out to Tyler in the corner. Tyler fires another three. That one won't roll down. Rebound comes down to Rowan for the Maroons. Ahead quickly to Beasley in the front court.
Yeah, and they're trying to push this tempo up. You know, the Maroons want to get the ball and get running like they were on Tuesday night against Lanphier.
Minute 45 left. Along with Josh Komnick, Jeff Benjamin with you. Railer basketball sectional final here in Mattoon. Bryce back on top to Rowan. Watched by Olden. Beasley turns. Bryce looked at a three, but Horsham is there. Beasley rolls to the basket. Off the glass, won't go down. Gets his own rebound. Little hook shot is good again.
Yeah, Railer's getting beat on the boards. Again, we talked about it. The only points they've gotten so far are all offensive rebounds. 6 points on 3 of their offensive rebounds.
Approaching a minute 10 to go in the first quarter. 7-6. Railers up by just 1 now. Cutting Max down the lane, gets his defender in the air, off the glass,
foul.
won't go down, didn't get a foul call. Lots of contact, they're letting them play here early. Central with a chance to take the lead this time down. Rowan back over to Bryce. Under a minute. Suggs three on the way, good.
Yeah, the lefty from the corner. Now Champaign up 9-7, so they've weathered that little storm that the Railers put, and you're going to see a number of different runs by both teams tonight.
34 seconds to go in the first quarter. Central with their first lead of the night at 9-7. Coach Alexander holding up one finger, so the Railers look like they'll be content to try and hold for the last shot. Central student section off to our right and high. Cheering on their Maroons. Double team comes. Joey kicks it over to Max. We're down to 12 seconds. Max brings the dribble to the left side, now to Horsham. Down to 7, over to Bowlby. Gonna have to look, Bowlby forces a long three, left it way short. Central's gonna have time to get one up from half court. It's on the way, and it is gonna be long. At the end of 1, Central 9, Lincoln 7. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Ready to start the second quarter of action. Railers trail 9-7 as we get ready to start the second 8 minutes. Peyton Ebelair in the contest for the Railers. That's the only change in the Lincoln lineup. And Josh, the key, rebounding by Central.
Yeah, no question about it.
Lob play to Bowlby, and he couldn't hang on to it. Pass wasn't where he could grab it, and the Railers miss an opportunity to get the game tied.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty good pass. Usually Bowlby's really sure-handed on that play and grabs it. If not, puts it up in air in the basket. He'll bring it down, and that time he couldn't catch it.
Three on the way. That's going to be no good from Watson. Rebound comes down to Max Cook. Max over to Gavin. Swing it left side into the corner to Bowlby. Back on top to Olden.
Yeah, Max has got to start getting to the basket and creating some sort of a layup for himself or getting a guy open by penetration.
Only one foul called in the first quarter. That was on Champaign Central. Underneath to Bowlby. Bowlby backs it back out. Now looks to go baseline. Kicks it back over, swinging around quickly. Ebelair on top to Max. Max out to Joey.
Yeah, Max got into the middle of the lane. He's got to
underneath.
That.
Gavin finds Max, who lays it up and in.
Nice pass. The Railers just keep moving, and eventually there's going to be somebody open, and that time it was Gavin to Max. And now Max with a big steal.
Goes
and
the layup good.
Yeah, pick up the defense, guys. Start to turn it up the pressure a little bit and turn the Maroons over as Joey just gets a tip away also.
And now
there he goes to Joey with a steal.
Joey steal back to Max. Max will take it. And they're calling an offensive foul on Max. Boy, it looks like Max did a great job of sidestepping and going
you're
over.
Exactly right. And he went on the side of him. That guy was planted. He was planted early, but he definitely sidestepped him and did not hit him at all right in the middle of the chest. Bad call. And unfortunate as the Railer defense picked up 2 quick turnovers.
Will Cook in the lineup for the Railers, replacing Joey Olden. 6:20 to go in the first half. It is Lincoln 11, Central 9. Noah Wells in the contest for Central. Wells flips it over to Rowan out high. He's on Peyton Ebelair's side. Watson try to get it inside. Suggs is floating along the baseline. Ball tipped around, but it back to Central. In the lane, little floater is going to be up and good.
Yeah,
that's Rowan.
The Railers get a tip away, and then it leads to Champaign Central being a little quicker to that loose ball.
Tied at 11, 5:45 to go. Max backing his man up. Ebelair, they swing it around the perimeter. Bowlby will try another 3. This one will not go down. Ball tipped around, controlled by Central, but Gavin comes in for the steal and knocks it away. So the Railers get the steal.
Yeah, we got time. Settle down.
Gavin fires 3. That one's long, no good.
Yeah, another quick shot by Gavin, too. There's times where we've worked the ball on offense, and we found open guys.
Suggs down the lane. Contact with the left hand. Count it. He is fouled.
Yeah, Suggs very good with that left hand. Railers got to figure out, make him go right. He's whenever he tries to penetrate, or almost every time when he's dribbling, he's going to go to that left-hand side. That's his strong side. The Railers got to force him right.
5:23 to go. Suggs. 13-11. First foul on Bowlby. Lefty free throw on the way is no good. Rebound tracked down by Max. Well, you know, Josh, we talked about it in the pregame. They were 12 of 29 from the line against Landfield.
Yeah, they could have blown that game open, just unable to hit free throws late.
Max back out to Will. Will tries his 3. That's off, no good. Rebound down to Isaiah Smith.
Yeah, a lot of threes, a lot of quick threes by the Railers right now. We've got to work the ball and continue to try to get to the hoop. And the threes aren't falling right now. 5
minutes to go, first half. Central 13, Lincoln 11. They try to get it out to Suggs. Lifts up for a long 3. In and out, no good. Peyton Ebelair, a nice job of getting the board for the Railers.
Pretty sure Suggs has got the green light whenever he touches it, because he's rarely passed once it's come into his hands. The Railers got to, of course, keep an eye on him, the lefty shooter from Champaign.
Will in the corner, down to Gavin. Gavin looks to spin on the block. Turns, gets his man in the air, off the glass, and it won't go down. But Gavin will go to the line, and he'll shoot too. Railers not getting the rolls right now, Josh.
No, and I'd love to see Gavin. He did a great job. They posted him up, and Gavin did a good job of head faking and then getting his man up in the air and going into him. One thing I'd like to see Gavin do, use the board. He didn't use the backboard there. You're too close not to. Gavin just on a post up at about 2 or 3 feet from the basket. You got to use the board there, and could have went going for the 3-point play.
Gavin with 4, free throw good. Gavin makes it 13-12.
And 32 Bryce re-enter for the Maroons.
Gavin with a chance to tie this one up. 4:31 left, first half. Missed it, but Will Cook with a big rebound.
Yeah, bring it back out. Plenty of time here. Move the ball. 4 minutes and 25 seconds, 13-12 Central.
So the Railers see if they can take advantage of an offensive rebound. Gavin cutting down the lane. Tried to kick it back out to Max, but it was thrown away into the hands of Rowan. Rowan down the lane, high off the glass. That's no good. Gets his own rebound, flips it up. That won't go down. Still fighting for it, and Max grabs it.
What a battle, Max. Battle in there with about underneath with 2 Central Maroons, and the senior comes away with a big rebound.
I got a feeling the Railers are about to go on a run. Max is going to go down, spin move, kicks out to Gavin, top of the key 3, doesn't take it. This time he goes off the glass. That one will go down, and he is fouled. Nice move by Gavin.
Yeah, right now the Railers 2 of 9 from 3-point line, and the Maroons 1 of 8, so neither team's shooting the ball very well from the perimeter. Both teams, you would think they're going to start to go to the hoop a little bit more as Gavin back to the line after a 3-point play, hopefully to go down for the junior.
Railers back up 14-13. Gavin 2 of 4 from the line tonight. This one good.
Back for the Maroons, number 54.
It's now 15-13. Railers on top by 2. Halfway through the second quarter, 3:51 left. Railers up by 2. Beasley into D. Joey tips it away, gets the steal. The quick hands of Joey Olden forces another turnover out to Peyton. Now the Railers will back it out and set the offense. Olden on the right wing, back on top to Cook. Now to Ebelair.
Yeah, 5th turnover for Central. So the Railer defense doing another good job of turning the ball and getting the ball back on offense.
3:20 left. Railer lead is 2. And they try to get it to Joey on a nice cut. Gavin tried to get him, but a foul is called by the outside official as they were holding Joey.
It's still not a lot of fouls, Jeff. Just 6 total team fouls in the half. 4 of them now on Central, just 2 on the Railers. So really well played defensively. I thought that both teams have been very active. The refs have done a pretty good job, other than the charge call, of calling this game and letting the guys play.
3:20 left. Max to inbound, gets it out to Ebelair. Ebelair gets it back to Max. Max to a wide open Bowlby in the corner. Bowlby gets by his guy. Bowlby's going to go up in the air, and a blocking foul is going to be whistled.
Yeah, I like that one. A charge better than the one on Gavin, and the basket went in. Yes.
Count the basket from Bowlby, and now, as unhappy as Coach Al was about the one, Coach McLean is unhappy about that.
With the same official that called the one on Gavin. So. He's got 2 Hall of Fame coaches breathing down his neck here in the sectional final. But it was something you don't see from Bowlby. Pump fake on the 3-point line, and Bowlby said, well, I'm not shooting it well from outside. Let's go to the hoop. And that time, great job by the senior in the 3-point play. Makes the layup and the free throw.
Railers now up 18-13. Double team in a great spot, and he turns it over on the sideline.
Yeah, 6 turnovers now for Central, and really, that time Bees was just trying to break the press by himself. And he got in a trap with Olden and Ebelair, and those are 2 feisty guards you don't want to be in a trap with.
And especially on that section, I think the Railer Nation helped on that as well.
Yeah, we got about 900 fans over there screaming down your neck, too.
Block out to Joey for 3. That's no good. Rebound, but Peyton Ebelair with a big rebound. Gets it back out to Max Cook. Gavin, top of the key, 3. Off the back of the rim. Ebelair fighting for it. And last touch by Central.
Yeah. Great job battling. He got the offensive rebound on the last time, and that time he battled with Central for them to knock it out of bounds.
2:46 left in the first half. Lincoln 18, Central 13.
Big 3 away from the Railer Nation, absolutely going crazy right now, Jeff.
Wouldn't even be surprised if they take a timeout if Lincoln can hit a 3
here. Right.
Max turns and looks at Coach Alexander. Backdoor, it's there. Peyton lays it up, had it blocked, but gets it back again, lays it up, and it won't go down again. Max high for the rebound, but it's brought out by Central.
2 layups, Jeff. Gavin's had one, and now Ebelair with 2 attempts at 2 layups. The Railers have not been able to get to go down.
So now Central, they think it seems like they haven't been in this end for quite a while.
No, credit the defense and Peyton Ebelair, some offensive rebounds.
We tick down to 2 minutes, and a timeout's going to be taken by Champaign Central. It's just a 30-second timeout. We will stay here as with 2:07 to go in the first half. It is Lincoln 18, Central 13. Josh, early thoughts about this one?
Very good game. Very well played, both sides. Champaign doesn't show a lot of offensive, but when you can get it to Suggs, a guy can do some damage from anywhere on the court. I think they're really bottled up with our 1-2-2. They're a team that likes to get out and run like Lanphier, and our 1-2-2 has really bottled them up so far. The Railers have done a good job of stopping their transition. Offensively, we've done a pretty good job. I think a few too many threes now. The Railers 2 of 11 from 3-point line. When we've made this run, it's been because of Bowlby getting to the hoop and Block getting to the hoop.
On the floor for the Railers, Joey Olden, Max Cook, Peyton Ebelair, Edward Bowlby, Gavin Block. And I tell you what, in the few minutes he's been in the game, Peyton Ebelair has come up with some big plays for this Railer team.
Yeah, huge. You haven't seen much from Horsham just because Ebelair's been playing so well.
Boy, Suggs is in a bad spot to get trapped. He does get trapped, but he gets rid of it to Stovall off the left side, lays it up and in.
By 20, Jamal Stovall.
18-15, back to a 3-point lead for the Railers. 1:45 left in the second quarter. Lob play again. Bowlby with the catch. Got rid of it as he almost traveled. Nice job by Bowlby saving the possession for the Railers.
Yeah, good job of not forcing anything.
Joey dribbles in, pulls it back out.
Get some spacing, guys. We got a lot of Railers all in one area.
Joey, top of the key three, straight on, in and out again.
Man, that couldn't go down any farther. Hit every part of the rim. Another unlucky bounce for the Railers.
Stovall swinging around. Lots of movement here. Suggs fires a three. Left it way short, and Joey's there for the rebound.
Yeah, we got some quickness out there with both teams, Jeff. The Railers flying around on defense, and the offense for Central moving really well also.
Cook, as we're at 1 minute left here in our first half. Lincoln hanging on to a 3-point advantage. Winner goes to the Super Sectional in Springfield.
I think Max can take him off the dribble, Jeff.
That's a bad matchup if you're Central.
Right, I think Max has got a chance to get right to the hole. That lane is wide open right now. Now Coach Hall calls one shot with 40 seconds left.
And yeah, I thought they might switch with Max, but they're leaving Beasley on Max.
Yeah, and I'd bring Max out and run 1-4, put every Railer down at the bottom and let Max go one-on-one, and get your hands ready if you're not Max, so he can kick it to you. If not, Max is going to have a layup. 25
seconds to go. Max down the lane, hands it to Gavin. Gavin kicks back out to Ebler, now to Joey at the timeline. We're down to 17 seconds.
Yeah, 1-4, Max get low, hopefully coach, and draw it up, and let's get a good play here.
And an offensive foul is going to be whistled on Gavin, as they're saying that the Gavin was a little too aggressive with the screen.
Man, that's a weak call for this type of game.
Gavin, Max, and Joey will check out. Bolby will check out. Tyler back in. Will Cook in. Adam Conradi now in for the Railers. 12.1 to go. 18-15 the lead for the Railers.
Yeah, watch Suggs here. Some sort of a play or a screen, or they're setting up a play for a three here.
Wells will drive in, pull up jumper. That's no good. Ball tipped around. Wells has it, fires it up, and it'll go. So Champaign Central will take the momentum into halftime.
Got the bucket by the Maroons, 34.
Wells on an offensive rebound again. Hurts the Railers. Our score at halftime, it is Lincoln 18, Central 17.